Hey, what's up? So should you actually buy the 2019, the one that came out last year, MacBook Pro 13-inch, or should you wait for the new one coming out soon? Let's talk about it. Hey, what's up? So I actually just reached the 1,000 subscriber mark, which is, for me, I've been waiting almost a little bit over a year for that. So thank you very much to everyone that helped me do that. And so let's get into it. So the 13-inch MacBook Pro that came out in 2019, should you really buy that right now? Or what are you thinking about, what's going to be the future for Apple in the next year? Are they going to be coming out with a new model for that? Let's get into it a little bit deeper. So Apple just submitted to the EEC a new filing, basically, for a new laptop coming out here in the next few months. And let's think about what could that possibly be? What kind of a laptop could that be? Let's kind of, go over the range of options here. And it may make it, hopefully help people make a decision if they should buy that 2019 13-inch. Obviously, the new one in the 16-inch is obviously doing really well. People love it. And are they going to do the same thing for the 13-inch? All right, and I also have a couple notes here just so I don't forget some of these numbers. But the new filing was for the laptop that's going to be called A2289, and it's going to be running macOS 10.15. So again, highly likely this is going to be the 13-inch, and it's going to maybe be a 13 or a 14-inch, depending on what they do with it. And let's talk about a little bit about that, like what may the new MacBook be, and actually should you wait or should you buy the one previous? All right, so we know the new MacBook is coming. We just don't know what model it is. And there's a couple that could obviously be the model. But anyways, let's just assume it's the new 13-inch. Should you actually buy the old 13-inch? That's the first question. Obviously, the 13-inch, it's using the butterfly keyboard. I think it's the 4th generation right now, but it is still kind of the flawed keyboard that came out from 2015 to 2019. And even though it's been upgraded a couple times, who knows what the longevity of that's going to be. So that's one thing you have as a negative right off the bat. Is that keyboard going to hold up? The other thing is going to be the screen. So let's say you buy one now, and again, the price is really, really competitive right now for the 13-inch 2019, with Touch Bar. And let me go ahead and show you a couple examples of what you can get it for. It's pretty amazing. So take a look here. So here it is at Best Buy for $1,199. I've seen it actually cheaper than this, sometimes at Micro Center. This is the one. It basically comes with a 13-inch display, i5, 8 gigs of memory, and 128 gigabytes of SSD space. So this is the one that, from 2019. It's the 2nd generation, 2019, the older one. Anyway, so it's cheap. That's the bottom line. So, but what are you giving up? If you buy that 2019 right now, it's definitely powerful. It's got a really good, power to cost ratio right now in all the MacBooks. But the issue is going to be the screen. So you're getting a 13-inch screen with a little bit thicker bezel. And obviously, if you wait until the new one comes out in 2020, hopefully it'll be 14-inch, and hopefully it'll be a little bit thinner bezel as well. On top of that, we're looking at maybe it's going to be a little bit thicker as well as far as the laptop's concerned, and that's going to hopefully let it run not only a quad-core, which it runs currently, but also a 6-core, and that'll actually be a huge upgrade. So, but the question is that's going to be more money, obviously. So, if you're looking for kind of the base model of the 13-inch or 14-inch coming out, the question is should you wait or should you go ahead and pull the trigger on the 2019 for this really good cost? All right, so this is the problem. Apple's notorious for this, and what's going to normally happen here is Apple's going to actually, we do believe that this is going to be the new 13 or 14-inch MacBook Pro. And it's going to be, obviously cheaper than the 16-inch, and so if you're holding off on that, that might be one positive. But what Apple notoriously does is they're going to probably just release one of the models of this new 14-inch MacBook Pro, and that's going to probably be the more expensive version, the one that comes out for like $1,800, $1,799, somewhere in that range. And they're going to offer that because they've done this in the past, and they're going to let people get excited about it and spend the extra, $400 or $500 on that because they don't want to wait for the second one. The base model of this new system coming out, I'm guessing it's not going to be this new laptop. I'm guessing they're going to have the base model come out maybe like 6 months later, maybe later 2020. I think the first one, that's actually listed in the ECC listing is going to really be, it's the 13 or 14-inch MacBook Pro 2020, but it's going to obviously be the more expensive one. And then it's going to put you in a bind. So you're either going to have to spend, a lot more money to get something. So again, that's what you're kind of weighing your options are. Do you want to spend $1,800 or do you want to spend, anywhere from $1,100, somewhere in that range right now for the 2019? If money's a huge issue and performance, obviously you have enough performance because maybe you're doing 1080p or even some small 4K, then, there's your answer right there. But if you do actually go ahead and buy the new one, obviously it should have the new scissor switch keyboard. That's a huge positive. So a lot of people love those things on the 16-inch right now. So you're going to get that again. You're going to get basically a thicker structure, I think, just a little bit thicker for better cooling. So it's going to help with cooling, thermal throttling. You're probably going to get a choice of the 6-core, like I said. You're also going to get less bezel, and you're also going to get a little bit bigger screen, hopefully. Maybe upgrades on the graphics card as well. So when you start adding all this stuff up, maybe faster RAM, it's a question of how quick do you need it. If you're getting it for school year this year and you have $1,200 to spend, go for the 13-inch 2019. If you have $1,800 to spend and you can wait 2 or 3 months, wait for this new one coming out, and that's probably going to be the 13 or 14-inch 2020. It's going to probably be the higher end model though, and they're not going to let you buy the base model right now. And if you can wait up to 9 months, maybe the base model of this 2020 13-inch may come out, and that's the one you want to pick up. So those are really your options right there. And again, the 2019, like I showed you before, I've seen it as low as $1,099. So, obviously it's a substantial difference if you're going to be looking to spend the 18. So anyways, there's your criteria. Now, this new model, we don't know what it is yet. What's the only other there's 2 other options, and it's probably not going to be a new MacBook Air. I'm guessing that's not it. That's one option. The other option is, and this is highly unlikely, is they might bring back the straight MacBook, the 12-inch MacBook. And the reason they would do this, I think they're waiting on this, but Apple obviously is creating software right now, and they want to change from the Intel chips to the ARM chips, and basically they want to create their own CPUs, more or less. The problem with that is, obviously, there's always a transition that takes place, and if you see that with some of Intel's stuff right now on Microsoft's, some of their tablets and stuff, that's been not that successful, where applications aren't running that quickly. Software can't catch up with the new ARM chips and what have you. So what Apple might do is they may actually create this a very, cheaper 12-inch MacBook, bring it back. People are going to be like, wow. But actually, this is be the first system with their new ARM chip in it. And it's going to be kind of a lost leader for most people, where it's not going to work probably the best. It's going to have a lot of software issues where developers have to catch up. Ultimately, the goal is to have interchangeable software during a period of time where it works perfectly on both of these systems, ARM and the Intel chips, and eventually probably always go all to ARM. But right now, they have to test the waters. And the only thing that I can think of that they don't want to really ruin is going to be that 12-inch MacBook. That might be why they took it out of the circulation for a little while. They're working on it, and they're going to bring it back. So, anyways, that could be the only other option. But I really do think it's the 13-inch, 2020. Brand new, maybe 14, going up to 14-inch MacBook Pro that's going to actually be coming out. So those are the things that I think here on this system, and it's one of those things where what I think doesn't really matter. It's what everyone else thinks, but you have to either wait for it or you basically have to pull the trigger. All right, I just wanted to say thanks again for everyone. So again, I got to my 1,000 subscribers. Look for more videos on Apple stuff, but also PC stuff, TVs, electronics. I'm actually moving, so I'm in the process of getting some stuff ready and things like that. That's why my whole thing's kind of in a shambles, and I'm not creating as many videos. But as soon as I get my new place, I'm going to have a lot more videos coming out. I also do some finance and some travel, just for people that like that kind of stuff. It's something that I like as well. But if you guys can help me subscribe to my videos and things like that, it's going to definitely help me make more videos like this. This one's kind of a simple one, just talking about what this could possibly be. And at the end of the day, who knows? We'll see what happens. And good luck to everyone, and great 2020. Bye.